Gently close your eyes. Your fingers interlaced and placed in front. Your body relaxed. You are seated in a stable position. The center of gravity falling at the center of your base. You may be seated cross-legged in half Padmasana. Your back, neck and head erect. Your breathing normal. Next, attend to your mind. Starting from tip of your toe till the top of your head, just be aware of your different parts of your physical body as you move upwards from the toes to the top of your head. Gently releasing all pressures from the joints. Your toes, your ankles, your calf muscle, your knee joints, your thigh muscles, hip joint, your groin, your lower back, upper back, your stomach, chest, shoulders, your upper arms, elbows, your lower arms, wrists, your palms and fingers. Gently release all the pressure from all parts of your body. Your facial muscles, your top of your head. Try not to identify with the thoughts that come into your mind. Gently dismiss them. This is how you prepare yourself to slide into meditation. Try not to fall off to sleep. We will chant the mantra Om, followed by the invocatory prayer. Sahana Bhavatu Sahanam Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै. Om Shanti Shanti. We will chant 10 shlokas from the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verses 41 till 50, please. Chapter 2, verses 41 till 50, please. Vyavasayatmika buddhihi ekeha kuru nandana bahushakhayanantascha buddhayo vyavasayinam yamimam pushpitam vacham pravadantya vipaschitaha vedavadaratah partha nanyadastiti vadinaha kamatmanah swargaparaha janma karma palapradam kriya vishesha bahulam bhogaishwarya gatim prati bhogaishwarya prasaktanam taya pahrita chetasam vyavasayatmika buddhihi samadhau na vidhiyate traigunya vishaya vedaha nistraigунयो bhavarjuna nidvandvo nitya sattvastaha niryogakshema atmavan yavanartha udapane sarvata samplutodake tavan sarveshu vedeshu brahmanasya vijanataha karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma palahetur bhuhu ma te sangostva karmani yogastah kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate durena hyavaram karma buddhi yoga dhananjaya buddhau sharanamanviccha kripana palahetavaha buddhi yukto jahatiha ubhe sukrita dushkrute tasmad yogaya yujyasva yoga karma sukaushalam. A human being is made up of, constituted of Atman and physical body, mind and intellect. Physical body is the outer personality, mind and intellect is the inner personality, Atman is the life principle, the God principle. Atman to body, mind and intellect is like petrol to all automobile. Atman is inert. There is no life in Atman. There is no life per se in the body, mind and the intellect. When the life principle Atman functions through the matter, the body, mind and intellect, there is an expression called life. So if you try to understand with regards to the example petrol and automobile, then you understand the principle behind how Atman and body, mind, intellect function. In petrol, there is no activity or movement. In the vehicle as such, there is no activity or any movement. When petrol passes through the engine, moves the outer body. In petrol there is no activity. In the engine per se there is no activity. The outer body of the car there is no activity. But when there is petrol functioning through engine, then there is an expression called movement in the outer body of the car, of the vehicle. The outer body of the vehicle by itself cannot move. It is the engine which propels the outer body of the vehicle. It is the engine which by itself cannot perform any action without petrol. So petrol is the prime mover. Swami Parsarthi, my guru, always used to say, if petrol would have been discovered during the Vedas time, long back, then the masters when they wrote the Upanishads, the Vedas, nobody knows. During that time itself, they would have put this example in the text. He used to always say, because it fits in so beautifully. Follow me closely here. The outer body of the car has got no movement by itself. The engine, however the performance may be, we say cubic capacity, the power of the engine, the horsepower, I think, if I am correct. If I am wrong, please pardon me. The cubic capacity, cc, it is written 800 cc, 1200 cc, the power. The engine may have the highest capacity, but if there is no petrol moving inside that engine is of no use. It will not perform any action. There will not be any movement in the outer body of the vehicle. So petrol is the prime mover. Without petrol, no vehicle can move. Number one. Number two, though petrol is the prime mover, the performance of the vehicle depends directly on the type of engine that is fitted in the vehicle and not on petrol. Are you all following me? Though petrol is the prime mover, the performance of the vehicle is directly dependent upon the type of engine that is fitted in the vehicle, not on petrol, not on outer body of the vehicle. In one car, the performance of the engine is ordinary, 800 cc. In another car, the performance of the engine is much better than this 800 cc. In the third car, the performance of the engine, like the vehicles, the cars which are moving, 250 or 300 kilometers per hour speed, those who use the vehicles in Formula 1 races, even in those cars, if petrol is not there, the vehicle will not move. So these 2 points are very important here. Petrol is the prime mover, yet the performance of the vehicle is dependent upon the type of engine that is fitted and not on petrol. Now if you are able to come to the main principle here, without Atman, no human being can function. Yet, the productivity of a person, the performance of a person, human being, is directly dependent upon the type of inner personality, the mind and the intellect a person has, not on physical body, not on Atman. Yet, without Atman, no human being can function. You may wonder, I am saying here, the type of inner personality is directly dependent upon the performance here. It's directly proportional, it is what is responsible for the productivity of a person. If a physical body is crippled, then if that mind and intellect is very active in the sense it is, a person is brilliant, then do you mean to say that the brilliance is restricted with reference to the crippled body? Engine is very good as far as the vehicle is concerned, but there is a flat tire, there is no air pressure is less or air pressure is more, then what happens to the performance of the vehicle? Are you all following me? For all practical purposes, the mind and intellect is of utmost importance. So in this classroom, there is a transaction of knowledge between my mind and intellect and your mind and intellect. This physical body is only a carrier, a vehicle. So whether you give anything, you deliver a talk or a lecture, also depends on the type of mind and intellect, or the person who is receiving also depends on how much a person receives, also depends on the type of mind and intellect present in that person. So this is what is, in this context, this much is enough. When we deal, later portions, then we will go in detail. Because we have introduced 4 different personality layers: physical personality, emotional personality, intellectual personality, and spiritual personality. Atman functioning through the physical body, organs of perception and organs of action, becomes the physical personality. When Atman functions through the mind, you become the emotional personality. When Atman functions through the gross intellect, you become the intellectual personality. When Atman functions through the subtle intellect, you become the spiritual personality. So a human being is constituted of Atman. Don't leave that. It is not just only the four personality layers. That combination, Atman and physical, emotional, intellectual and spiritual personality. Further, we discussed that a person in the infancy stage of life, a person means a child, infancy, a child only gazes. All the senses are not fully developed. The child doesn't know what taste is. The child doesn't know what, not able to understand different sounds. Sound is heard. A child is not deaf. A child is not dumb. A child has eyesight, is able to see, is able to hear, is able to breathe, but cannot say there is foul smell, because speech is not developed. The child can cry, can't say I am hungry, I want that particular food. So, couple of senses are developed: eyes, ears, nose, taste and touch are not that developed. Touch is not developed in the sense, if something pricks, some sharp object is there in the cradle, a child cries. Pricking is there, sensation is there, but the child is not able to say, okay, now a man is touching, now a lady is touching. The child can't decipher that way. Even in touch also, there are different ways of interpretation. Interpretation means understanding. The way how a person touches, when the person expresses love. When a person is angry, how does a person, touch the other person? Touch the other person means a person holds the other person so tightly, that grip. So all this, how you and me can understand different, ways of even the touch also. Obviously, the child doesn't know what that emotion is. The child doesn't know what thinking is. That is the age of gazing. So when the child sees some object moving, which is being tied on onto the cradle, or something is moving, something is crawling, because machine operated, maybe a small object or whatever. It is moving, colorful, attractive, producing sound, etc. You have seen, a train on the track, electric train. They switch on, that circuit is switched on and the train moves. A child sees, the train is going up and down, moving round and round, making sounds. The child merely gazes. Then much later, maybe a 5-year-old or a 7-year-old, from that gazing, now the child observes. Now smell has, that sensory organ has developed, taste has developed, touch is also developed. People, those who are those who are very nosy, those who have a long tongue. Long tongue means it's not that they have rolled it. Those who give over importance to food, then they say, I want that particular food, add this particular thing, add little more salt, little more spices, little more chili powder. I want pasta, I want pizza, I want a burger. Is it not? Something tangy, something, spicy. Even the touch is also developed, smell is also developed, eyes, ears is developed. The child is able to speak, the child is able to run, the child is able to walk, pick up things. All the physical organs are developed. So now from the age of gazing, the child has now moved to the age of observation. The child now, the other day I was cutting onion, peeling onion. So started, because of the chemical just being released there, my eyes were burning, it was irritating, and hence the tear glands were induced, and eyes became red, and the teardrops coming down my cheeks. So my son was joking, now dad is also crying. At least for a change he is crying. I have never seen my dad cry. So he was saying he makes others cry, but now for the change he is crying now. There are people who are very talented, those who pat themselves by saying that they are perfect in everything. They make others' life miserable, make them cry, make others' life hell. And this fellow stands like a rock here, saying that the person is practicing Vedanta. Vedanta does not make a person a stone. Vedanta does not make a person a rock. Commonly used words amongst family members, spouses, etc. You are a piece of stone, you are a piece of wood. No reaction at all, no emotions at all. So off the track, Vedanta does not make a person emotionless. A person should register, as a human being, we should register the emotions, but we should not become emotional. We should all have sentiments, but we should not become sentimental. The reason why I am saying this is, now the child is 10-year-old, does not understand science, understand the cause and effect relationship. So in the gross world, how does the vehicle move? How does the television function? How does the science behind all the developments, latest developments? How does the mobile phone work? How does the lights burn? All these principles are not known. These are all with reference to the gross aspect of the world. When it comes to subtle aspects, the faith in which a child is born, a child is now born in a Hindu family, all the religious faiths, principles, the parents are following, the ancestors are following, the child blindly follows them without any questions. This is what the second phase is, the age of observation or the age of superstition, blind faith. So in this age, in this phase of life, a child, I remember as a child, before writing examinations, the pen with which I am writing, I am going to write the examination. My mother used to always say, keep it in front, at the feet of Lord Ganesha or Saraswati, Goddess Saraswati. Invoke those prayers. Take the blessing. If the temple is nearby, on the first day of the examination, 1 hour before, get dressed up, go to the temple, perform the puja by keeping the pen at the feet of Lord Ganesha, because Ganesha is one of the name is Vigneshwara, remover of all obstacles, so that there is no obstacle as far as the examination is concerned. So my mother always used to say, for Jayashankar, God resides only before the examination, not after. So, belief, without any questioning, we all follow. Various festivals are there. We perform, we make a lot of food items, perform the ritual. I'm asking a simple question here. Assume it is Ganesha festival. How is it that we all make that modak? In Tamil it is called kolkate. Inside you have the jaggery with coconut balls, and then outside it is made of rice flour or something, and you steam cook it. You make that in a particular shape. If you make that in some other shape, it is not called modak, believe me. I'm not ridiculing any practices here. How is it that on Ganesha festival we make this modak? We don't make this modak for Rama Jayanti, birthday of Lord Ram. We don't make this modak on Krishna Jayanti, birthday of Krishna. Did Lord Ganesha come and tell that you should make this modak for me? That you should buy all these flowers and then garland me? How it all started. Today, even this year, 2015, I don't know, we are sometime during August or September, whenever it is, even this year also, when that festival comes, on that particular day, all the family religiously will practice the Ganesha festival and prepare that modak, eat, etc. So without that, that festival is not complete, is it not? Krishna Jayanti, in Tamil it is called Seedai or something like that. It is that small round balls, again made of rice, and it is deep fried. And another one is, slightly bigger one, the sweet balls, which is also deep fried. Did Lord Krishna come and tell that, on my birthday you should make these two sweet meats? One is salty, the other one is sweet. How is it? Why is it? Nobody questions. Again, I am not ridiculing any practices here. I have enjoyed eating those sweetmeats, eating those savories, but all that I have done is entertained a thought even while I was enjoying eating those sweetmeats and salt savories. So, same thing happens in a child being born in a Christian faith or Islamic faith or any faith for that matter. That it is nothing but ritual and ritual and ritual, festival after festivals. We put on new clothes, exchange greetings, exchange food items. That's about all. Those who don't believe in God, they ridicule all these practices. They may not practice. The two extremes are wrong. Those who don't believe and those who believe without any questioning. Going to a temple, where do we say Hari Om like this, Namaskar like this? Where do we have tilak, the chandan, which is round? Nowadays you find all sorts of shapes, different colors. Don't think that I'm observing all this. Yes, because when I have to, when we have to give a talk like this, we have to bring in all aspects of life. Then it makes meaningful. Then people understand. In any given society, those who think, that number is always less when compared to those who don't think. So from, I remember, I don't know whose quotation is this. To find a person who is rational is like finding a needle in a haystack. To find a person who is rational, thinking type of person is like finding a needle in a haystack. How difficult it is. That difficult to find a person who is a thinking type here. Others, those who think that they know how to think, impose rules and regulations, thinking that they are Mr. Perfect, Miss Perfect, making others' life miserable. Extremely egoistic, thinking that they know everything. There is no element of surrender. Whatever I leave to God, God does and blesses us. Whatever I choose my own, God leaves us alone. Says Thoreau. So coming back here, the age of gazing, the age of observation or superstition, and then when the child grows to a teenager, an adult, then the age of scientific inquiry, they enter into the age of scientific inquiry. When they enter into the age of scientific inquiry, then they start thinking. In the age of superstition, the cause and effect is wrongly connected. Swamiji often is to give the example of rain. In the age of gazing, the person merely observe rain or gaze at rain. It's like animals seeing forest fire. They are stunned. They just look at it. But there is no reaction within. What is the cause for that? Forest fire. Then the second age of observation, the person is watching rain, and at a distance a tree is shaking, heavy wind, etc. Is concluding that because of the tree shaking, now there is rain here. Wrongly, the cause and effect wrongly connected. Then in the age of scientific inquiry, the person is able to correctly connect the cause and effect relationship. Sun is severe on water body. The water evaporates, it goes up, condenses, forms cloud, and the excess water vapor falls down, air cools down, and then it falls down as rain. Forms again a river, a water body again, and that is what the cycle is. This is just one example. A person observing the birds flying, wanted to fly. The Wright brothers came out with brilliant idea, and that's how the art of flying was discovered. Alexander Graham Bell, Marconi, so many people observing nature, started questioning, collecting data, coming to irrefutable conclusion, and that is what the scientific inquiry is. And then what is beyond this age of scientific inquiry? When a person started questioning, is there anything beyond science? Yes, sun is severe on the water body, but who is giving energy to the sun? We are measuring, coming out with discoveries that the sun has so and so energy, light coming from sun, heat coming from sun, and since when it is giving light, heat, energy, how long it will give energy like that? This is all only intelligent postulation. I don't think there is an accurate theory for that or a law for that.